Hi guys, it's Shahzeb Afridi from Game Logics, and this is part 10 of our tutorial series how to make our Switch game in Unity. Okay, so today I am going to complete our screen fader singleton class. Okay, it's because it's important, and I think that it has taken so much time. Okay, so let's write the code for completion. Okay, a few methods are left, so I am going to write the code for those methods. One is this one, a return to previous scene. Okay, I haven't written code for this method. Okay, and the other one is which is probably very similar to our fade and go back, to this one. Where is it? This one, yeah. But in that method we will zero out our player score, and yeah, I haven't created and haven't written the code for our zero out player score method, and also fade out and fade in methods. Okay, so let's don't waste the time anymore and let's get started. Okay, so let's do that. Public void fade and load previous level. Fade and load previous level, so this will be same as this method, but with one minor difference. Yeah, this will have our here the only difference is we will call our zero out player score. Okay, and it will be called like after 1 second. Yeah, okay, so this is done, and let's write this one. Return to previous scene, which is going to be a private one, not private, void return to previous scene. Okay, and the logic of this method is going to be, we will have an if statement which will check our scene manager dot get active scene dot build index. If it's equal to 2, like we are playing the game. Okay, like we are in the oh yes, so like we are in the scene, in the third scene where actual game is played. Okay, so that is going to be our scene number 3, and the build index for that scene will be 2. Okay, so then we would like to go back to our main menu scene, which is scene 1. Okay, and we don't need to why it's like its format is not okay. Format is not working the way it is supposed to. let's do one thing. Let's cut this because it will take why the hell it's doing this? Yeah, it's okay now. Okay, so and we don't need to like check for if our build index is equal to 1, and then we should go back to our load scene 0, because that is our splash screen scene. Okay, and we don't want to go back there. Okay, so it's done. So now let's write code for our method public void 0 out player score. Okay, oops. I think there's some problem in our brackets. Okay. Oh yes, this is parenthesis, not a bracket. Oh yes, so now it's good. Now you are good to go. Okay. Okay, so let's write this simple method. It's a simple one. We need to access our temporary game variables class and then our player score. Okay, and it's equal to b, it should be, it's int. Yeah, so we will make it 0. Okay, so it's done. So now finally let's write the code for fed in and fed out. Fed in. Okay, so here we will first check if by mistake I think I have turned on my caps lock. So if our screen fed texture, if it's not equal to null, okay, like we have assigned our screen fed texture, then what we will do, we will simply call a method screenFed texture dot crossfade alpha on this. Okay, and then fed in alpha, and then it takes 3 arguments. Okay, the first one is the fed in alpha, which is basically used for our transparency. This thing, I think that I have already shown you, but let me show it again. Where is our raw image? This is the thing. Okay, so see the effect here. See the effect here. Okay, see, so it basically controls our transparency. Okay, so alpha, so this is the main function of alpha. Why it's showing us error? Okay, man, I'm not done yet, bro. Okay, so float duration should be fed in duration. Okay, we have already set these variables. Here they are, these variables. Okay, fed in alpha and fed out, fed in duration. Okay, so yeah, we have already created them, and then the third argument is ignore time scale. The time scale that we basically used in our pause method, okay, which basically handles our slow motion effects and playing and resuming the game and pausing the game, stuff like that. Okay, so float, so it should be true. Okay, we should ignore, we don't want to take into consideration the time scale. Okay, we should ignore this. We don't want that effect here. But if we haven't else, if we if this is null, if we haven't set it yet, okay, if it's equal to null, so then we will first assign it our feather image, which is basically present in our feather reference setup class, and then our feather reference, and then feather raw image. Now, is it feather raw image, or I think it's feather image, not raw. Yeah, it's feather image. Okay, so good. So it's set now, and then we will check if our have we used it here or not. Think we do have here as well. Okay, this thing we will check for this. If our feather reference setup.is application quitting, like if it's false, if it's not quitting, here this exclamation mark, it inverts the condition. Okay, if it's not quitting, then we will do the same thing here, this thing. Okay, yeah, so fed in is done. Okay, and fed out has the same code, so let's copy this and let's only change the name and a few things. Okay, so to save some time, okay, so it should be fed out, and this should be fed out duration, fed out alpha, fed out, and this should be fed out duration, and yeah, this should be fed out as well, this one too. Okay, so the only thing that is left, to simple method, private void on enable. Let's do that. It creates it automatically. Okay, so let's just call it on enable. Okay, on enable. So what it does basically, this method gets called when our script gets enabled for the first time. Okay, so like when this script will be activated, this screen feather singleton, so this method will be called. It is not showing me in IntelliSense, but this is what it does. Okay, so we will call here fed in method. So what it will do, it will simply it will simply take us to it will create the transparency effect. Okay, like we will go from one scene to another. Okay, so this is what it does. It will create that effect that I have shown you. Okay, and then on disable, okay, so we can read it this way: control and space. Yeah. So this function is called when the object becomes enabled and active. Okay, so this function is called when the object becomes enabled. When the object gets activated, basically it's because it's also the same thing that I explained, okay, in another sense, because we will attach the script to an object. Okay, so it means that when this script gets enabled, because a script without an object means it's a script without an object is nothing. Okay, it's useless. It does nothing if you don't attach a script to a particular object. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, and let's see on disable. This function is called when the behavior becomes disable or inactive. Basically they are explaining this thing a bit in a complicated way. Okay, a little bit in a complicated way. What it does basically, when this script gets deactivated, means like when we will switch from one scene to another. Okay, then all the scripts of that scene will become they will deactivate. Okay, they will become disabled. Okay, like all the splash screen scene. Okay, like when we move from our splash screen scene to our main menu scene, then all the scripts that are present in our splash screen scene, they will become they will deactivate. Okay, they will become disabled. Okay, so this is the basic idea. So in this method, what we will do is simply call fade out. Okay, fade out, like when we are about to switch the scene, we are about to move from this scene from one scene to another, then we will create that splash screen effect. Okay, so this is all the code, I think. Okay, if we need something, I will write that code in the upcoming tutorial, but I think that we don't need anything else. Okay, it's all there. Okay, so this was our screen fader singleton class, and if you have any confusions or questions about this class, or particularly about this tutorial, then let me know in the comments. Okay, I will gladly help and will try my best to resolve your issues. And if you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel, because it's not about honestly, I'm a straightforward person, and honestly, it's not about money. It's like I like to code games. Okay, I like working with games. Okay, so like if you guys will support me, then it will keep me motivated. Okay, so like I will try to bring some more cool tutorials and more cool games. Okay, and maybe I will try to upload like 2 to 3 videos or 4 videos in a day. Okay, I will somehow manage to schedule some time, to give some time for such things. Okay, So this is it, okay, for this tutorial, and thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next tutorial.